And we're live. Okay guys, it's been a week. I'm gonna try and get a couple more videos. Fortunately all my videos are live at the moment. I don't have any decent editing software as of yet. As I've said before, as soon as I get up to 100 subscribers, I'll invest in sorting out my camera and putting my face on. Until then I don't see much point. Gonna run through Secret World again on my Arcanist that I created. Obviously I've been working out quite a bit on this character here, and hopefully be releasing a build video on her when I've reached a decent level in the game and I've finished most of the content. We'll focus on this main character I've got here, and let's see where we're going from there. As I said, most of my video are going to be live, so unfortunately you're free to skip through to what points you need. As I say, it's a basic playthrough. I may not hit all the sub-quests, but I'll start. Give through and start. Right, so we've received something from Agatha. So, what I've learned since last time. Okay, right, so that's character bound. Right. So we've got the teleport there. That's how you get back. So, what we're looking at here later on, so far my other character, I've also got the headpiece, I've got the piece of jewellery there, and again the two occult talismans there. What we want to be looking for is the 2-starred stuff to like really push up the levels. You don't want to stay with the 1-star stuff and make it blue and progress that. 3-star stuff is the best for solo content or DPS. You want to be looking at you don't want to be looking at health. Health, you want to be looking for your general tanks. Attack rating is what you want for your DPS or solo content preferably. You can mix it up if you feel like you need a bit more healing, providing your build gives you that. And then you've got healing rating obviously for healing. But yeah, don't try not to level anything up, and if you do, make sure you get stuff for the right tone. So obviously this is health, so you'd put a health medallion on that. You get the 2.5 times experience on top of that, so it's much more worthwhile than chucking it into something else. Just as a shortcut, what I've also noticed, if you are doing solo content and that's your primary goal, getting this first top bar is much more beneficial for yourself. And again, to find it a bit, if you want to have, I suppose, a bit easier life, you can go like onto like complete damages like here. And again, we'll go through like other things later on as I come to them. Elemental is always a good strong one. You know, dual pistols, blade, and even hammer. One thing I'd also mention, there are abilities like got distortion here. It generates a large amount of hate. Now, it's a good DPS, but it's not bad for DPS like early game if you're using it. Solo, it doesn't make much of a difference. However, when you are starting dungeons and things like that, it is a ton. So the hate, provided nobody else is putting on a hate ability, you pretty much guaranteed to hold that there. I am believing I'll have a chaos tanking build at some point in the distant future, I imagine, because I've still got to invest in some more currency. Obviously, I'll go through the quick currency. Obviously, we just went through the start of the game, so we just want to update anybody that's watching. We've got various forms of currency in the game. You've got your Jesus Christ, I can't even remember myself. Right, you've got your Arium, which is your premium currency, your bought currency. Obviously, I'm a patron at the moment. You do get bonuses. I like the bonuses. You know, I'd appreciate a couple of extra character slots, but you know, at the end of the day, they got to make their money. And as I say, your levels may be capped at 50, but you can still earn more. And is providing you've got the weapons, you can just change your build to what you want, and you just grind for the gear, and your one character can be everyone, providing you leveled it up. So what we've got here, so that's the auction. Oh, get rid of that. So let's. I gotta remember what the currency is. Right, there we go. Right, so you got your marks of favour, your anima shards. Your anima shards are what gonna upgrade your equipment. Again, also if you die a lot, it'll upgrade your anima essence and a few little other bits and pieces along the way. Don't worry about it. It's quite a, you know, it's easy to come by and easy to build up, especially later in the game. You start building quite a lot. Again, there's the purple boxes that you get. You open them up with cash keys, dungeon keys to open up dungeons, scenario keys are for scenarios, layer keys are for layers. Quite basic stuff, and you get your third age fragments. They can open up some good stuff later. I haven't got round to them on my other build, so we won't worry about them as of yet. But that's just a quick overview of what you have there. On a side note to that, you've got anima shards, and you can notice that you can actually use your anima shards to get extra ability points. So it does give you advantage. Whatever you want to call that, pay to win, I don't really know. I haven't entered the PvP scene yet. I just want to get the content done and enjoy the game. That way, I feel if I hit PvP too soon. Oh, I love the jumping. It's quite good. Right, inside the great tree, this is where you have all the bits and pieces. As you say, you got fruit and veg stall. I know if I trust a robot with my fruit and veg. And these little midgets here. As I said, these is where your coins come in. They're the only thing I've seen with the coins yet, and I've obviously got the purple decent stuff, but it's only accessible at level 50, so it's not really our problem right now. Do get these legends. They may start off with small XP, but they slowly build up the more you get. Here, locksmith, he's got the Agarthan cash. These never buy from here. I don't know why they're available to buy. Sell them here by all means. If you have them, you can get quite a bit of anima that way. To level up your stuff, because you find them all over the place, and most of the time they're better to sell rather than to buy all the keys to unlock them. But if you've got the money and you enjoy the game, I don't see a problem with doing that. There's some nice options, and we'll go through some of them later. Here we've got some just tradable stuff. Again, buyable, buy them. Coins For me, I'd rather have the decent kit rather than looking cool, because I spent a while on creating my guy and I think he looks pretty decent. And I think again, yeah, it's just more and more stuff that you can buy with money to look a bit, customize your character a bit more. And I believe, yeah, these, you got your pet, so I'm not sure if these pets actually have any effect. I don't know, I haven't looked at them, I haven't bothered. You do get a cat like further on in the game. I've recently picked up a pet. I believe it's when you get to Egypt. I think I was in Egypt when I got it. So, you know, if you're dead sat on you want to get a pet, there's nothing against you getting a pet, but you've got to get them coins. Most of the time, I've got them coins from them caches, so have good fun with the RNG there. Hello, who's this guy? It's the gatekeeper. Wonder if yeah, he's related to Hergo. So here we are, we'll continue with the story. And we've got daily login rewards. Why does that come up? Because I don't have a reward. Okay, each to their own. Oh, also in the middle there, I didn't show you, and stupid of me not to. On one side, in the middle, you have your auction house, and on the other, you have your banking system. You are very limited on your bank space, so oh, hello, level. You are very limited on your bank space, which is unfortunate, but there is nothing you can do about that. Oh, I'm a novice, brilliant. Let's change that in a bit, yeah. I ain't seen it's 11:37 up there. Bloody wish, I'm tired as shit, I've just woke up. Right, as I said, just woke up. Give me a bit of time to get this video out. And then possibly give a few more videos throughout the day.
Don't worry, kid.
Planning to
You
keep them
haven't gone
about
back
an
in time.
hour long.
I just happen to be the last of the cowboys. Got your southern welcome right here. Mesquite beans, Texas style. Good ought to face evil on a full stomach. Name's Boone. I'm a troubleshooter. You and I need to have a powwow before you continue your little crusade. You Templars may be taking the high road, but just watch you don't get saddle rash from the high horse, okay? Sure, you can be divided in purpose, but we gotta stand united against darkness. This ain't my first rodeo. I know we're gonna need all the unity we can get. Don't mean to say you stepped into hell, but when the wind blows west, you can just about smell the brimstone. All we know is death and fog came from the sea, or someone brought it back with them. And if I was a gambling man, I'd put money on that someone still being around. Bunch of survivors holed up in Kingsmouth town. Follow that main road and the sound of gunfire, and you'll come to the sheriff's office. Kid, whatever your reasons for being here. Reckoning.
Bit of an audio problem there, I think. Trying to sort that out. Okay, right, so we got our main quest, which is here, except the missing zombies. And that's just this one. And we're gonna get another speed. Spiel.
As forest crawls, gets my fingers itching for two matters. One, the other, figuring out a way to keep them down. It ain't right the way the dead walk the earth. They deserve their 6 feet, same as everyone else. I've sworn to keeping guard here, and you've got places to be. But nothing's stopping you from culling the herd as you go. Hell, figure out what makes them tick and how to make that ticking stop, and I'll buy you a beer at the apocalypse. So go on, kid. Saddle up. The end of the world waits for no man.
Tasty. So the first, most of the first part of the content is mostly zombies and corrupt creatures. It does change, which is grateful because I'd have my time with zombies and stuff like that. So it's just nice to have some bit dead. As I said, I won't be able to cut most of this content. I know it will be boring for some people. I won't skip the cutscenes. The cutscenes will be full out. So just bear with the channel. Please put any comments you think that would improve the channel. I'd be gratefully appreciated of any help to make my content better. Constructive criticism is much more appreciated because then I can build on that. As opposed to the non-constructive criticism of, you know, me just being shit, I suppose. It's, you know, everybody's entitled to opinion, and I'm more than happy to have a bit of a laugh on live stream, and we can mess about, or anyone can join me, but you know, as far as the comments go, I prefer it to be constructive, but hey, you wanna laugh, go ahead, why not? Again, if you want to see me go through different games, different content, add that on as well. As I say, currently I've mostly streamed Conan, which was a really, my content, it's been lacking. Let's not beat around the bush. It's not been the best. So, you know, if you want to see like a lot more of that and me starting off properly, I don't think I'm drawing any zombies with that, am I? Happy? Okay. Yeah, as far as magic abilities go, I think this kind of character works quite well. Anyone with like elemental abilities. I haven't tried like I suppose like what you'd call the real abilities, real life abilities, the more weapon-based characters. But this one works really well. I like the blood one because it, you know, what it was. It worked. What else am I doing here? Alright, I've just got to do the quest. Looks like there's a side quest here. Let's get that. I'll be doing one or two. Obviously, I can't constantly do. You get more experience, I believe, from the quests, or at least it feels quicker. So I will be picking up the side quests as much as possible, because you get to a point in the main quest where you got to be at a certain level, and I'm not at that level. If I'm not at that level, then I'm just then walking around doing side quests. So I'll pick them up as I can, and hopefully we'll always be at the level before things get any worse, and I have to backpedal and redo a load of content, and you're just waiting on me getting to the main storyline. Like that. What we got here? We've got a pistol, which means absolutely nothing in the moment.
Namaste.
So, where's Deputy Andy? Is he the one at the top? I believe he is. Yes, he is.
Sure is good to see someone
Place the ammo in
living.
the box. Done. Most of these, what I do like about this is there's no to and fro-in. Yes, if you've got to go off and do something, 9 times out of 10 it's to kill someone or pick someone up. And as soon as you've completed that, you don't have to go back to the person. You've got the mobile phone system, which I really enjoy, and I think is like, it's a big bonus. Right, I'm not gonna waste my time with that. There we go. Another level.
Heck if I know where you folks keep coming from, but anyone who walks through that door alive pretty much gets my amnesty. Something in your past colors you sourly to a badge, I'd ask you to call it quits in return. We agreeable? Well then, I'm Sheriff Bannerman, and this down-home little state of emergency is what's left of my jurisdiction. Sure, we tried to hold as much of the town as we could at first. More out of nostalgia than any civil defense plan. I won't tell you Kingsmouth was a slice of heaven in a snow globe, but it was ours. Now it ain't. There was always something running under in this town. Maybe what's spilled out now. If that's how it works, I couldn't say hand on heart we didn't have it coming. But that fog, and the things in it, they didn't pick and choose when they came in. Most folks didn't stand a chance. Now, I can see you're armed. I won't kick up any fuss about that. Straight truth is, you'll need to be. Just don't go thinking that means you're deputized as such. Heaven knows if there was ever a time and a place for the right to bear. He has his word of God, that Roger woman has her crystal ball, and Norma out on the point's got a 12 gauge. My money's on Norma.
Badass grandma.
Now you are a sight for sore eyes.
I must admit, I really do like the storyline of Secret World. Badass. Right, so what we got here? Gotta do the horror show. Let's inspect these notes. Did he do anything? Right, that's... Right, he's got nothing for me, so all we've got is the horror show at the moment.
Well, sure wasn't in our yearly budget to put the town under martial law. No, the good old boys on the council were all about thrifty spending, at least above the table. So I squirreled away where I could for some surveillance equipment. Police business, sure, let's call it civic awareness. I'm talking your webcams, your motion sensors.
Fucking hell, I'm
Oh, don't look so surprised. Kingsmouth might be out in the sticks, but we have electricity and everything. Running water in tourist season. Come back when this whole damn mess is blown over, I'll give you the tour far as the old lighthouse. But, to get to the point of it, seems to me we should bring that gear out of mothballs and get it hooked up around town. Gives me some early warning and the others a break from my collection of Jeopardy reruns. Don't make me have to file another missing person report, okay?
few months. We got some passive points, so let's get them in there. Right, let's deal with our elemental to begin with. We're gonna go across the top because that's our main damage bar. Probably stop at about there. I'm not bothered about the extra HP at the moment. Go along. The second bar looks really good as well, so I'm gonna get all of that. I'm gonna focus mainly on my damage bars to begin with, or at least the bars with the greater damage in. Unfortunately, I've got 3 of my bars I'll have to max out for crit rating and damage. But, you know, it is what it is. I will just reiterate my bars. I've got bar. This bar here is my elemental bar. So obviously, the more electricity and fireball spells I use, the hotter I get. When I get to the hot heat, it stops using that. I believe I might take some damage. We'll find out later. You counteract this by using your Q, so in big like boss fights or whatever, ideally you want to be kind of around here as a safety margin, because obviously with certain abilities spammed you want to get it a bit higher. Whether one freeze at every 20 seconds is going to be enough for me to spam these abilities, I'll see. Obviously in between them I'll be hitting distortion to try and calm things down so it cools down on itself. Here you've got your primary weapon energy bar. That replenishes a lot faster. Obviously, as it says there, critical hits generate 1 energy. That regenerates a lot faster than this. So this is more for gap filling. Maybe if you're a bit too hot, you're waiting for the cooldown on there to cool yourself down a bit before you go in again and start hitting your main abilities. Obviously, your fireball's your filler ability when you've got your E or you're running out of energy there. So there's a bit of rotation in what we've got here. Obviously, is your chaos energy, a lot slower, in fact, but within reason, you've still got a good amount of access to it, and it does exactly the same, just a bit slower. And here you've got your paradox. So the idea is once this bar's completely full, it creates a random effect. So it's what I believe is one of 3 effects. I think it's already been published on here. Both, to be honest, both tutorials cover this, and both of them have been covered. One leaves 3 big circles, they explode and knock back enemies. 9 times out of 10 I've already killed them before that effect hits. The other one is you make 2 doppelgangers and they help out. To be honest, the 3 circles is the best that I've found, and the other one is it gives the enemy a benefit, and if you kill that enemy then it applies to your party, which, you know, hey, I suppose it could be good for some people. But to see. Right, what is another good thing to get stuff here? I'll just get rid of these first. As you see on there, there's the skull, and that refers to a boss type enemy, and they will drop gear, so it's best to take them out when you see them, because normally you can only pick up the loot bag once, so they're a one-time only grab. Whether you can get them for experience, I don't expect they're that great as far as experience, so we'll leave that. Here's your security cameras. Obviously I've done some of this content so I know where a lot of the stuff are. But then again, you know, a lot of the streamers have played the Secret Worlds. This is obviously only my second run through of the Secret World. So, and I started on the Secret World Legends. Oh right, that had me overcharged. I'm guessing, I'm looking back at my recording now, did I take damage because I was overcharged, or did I just take damage? Yeah, I think my abilities just stopped out, so I think when you overheat you just can't use your abilities. It doesn't have huge negative damage. Maybe it should, I don't know. I know when I use my blood magic on the other character, I have big problems. I do like the fact that it goes red though. Your powers go red. Look at that. Just turns red, another visual cue. That's quite cool. So where am I going? I am going to this blue box.
Visual tracking
Recommended
initiated.
level 6. This could be a problem. Right, there's something I'm following. Here we go. The blood trail. I got a feeling I'm going to run into something a lot stronger than myself soon. I've got to follow another blood trail.
Special assignment received. Initializing.
Got to defeat wisps, which I do not like. Yeah, I thought so. Let's get these one at a time. A lot of the there we go. You saw a bit of doppelganger. Obviously, don't get disheartened because some of it feels a lot easier at the beginning. It's supposed to be that way. It's allowing you to get into the game. So don't think the game's just one big easy ride. Because there are parts of it that might just surprise you. You know, and the content does change up. And it isn't long before the things that are a couple of levels ahead of you really feel like they're a couple of levels ahead of you. Unlike this point. But again, that also takes into whether you're, you know, how much you're upgrading your weapons, like your item levels and things like that. So. I might as well upgrade this medallion if... Oh, hello, what we got here? No, that's a heal rating one. Nah, I'm not gonna upgrade it. I've got the 2 times there. I don't want to make this character a tank. I could, but I'm not going to, because there isn't... So far, I haven't found a huge need for a tank yet, so I don't think it's worth. Maybe you can keep some gear when you get a bit higher up. If you get a bit of 2 or 3 star gear, you could do, and you could keep it for later. Which, you know... Oh shit. I'll give me a key. There we go. Right. Now I've got problems because I can't use any abilities. There we go. That could have been disastrous. That would have been my first death on stream. That would not have been good. As I say, this is pure unedited footage, obviously live, and so the video will be as well. So yeah, just bear with me. I suppose I followed the blood trail. Oh, that was there. Good job. Right, here comes the Wendigo. Right, now I'm at 7. Oh, I'm at 80.
Initiated.
Oh, hello. I gotta follow the trail again. He's ran off like a bitch. Fuck you, Wendigo. Because I'll be keeping these videos on my channel for anyone to watch later, I will be jumping off like an hour intervals and coming straight back on as much as possible, possibly having a little break in between because it is breakfast time and I am fucking starving. So that way again I can fit in breaks for me rather than just leave the screen. Go to the toilet or whatever. It allows me 5-10 minutes break, but I do plan to do a lot of streaming today. Possibly do some Paragon content later for those. Looking forward to that. Depends who's on in my clan. I like to do a lot of clan stuff, that way there's a lot of to and fro in, and I can be a bit of a dick and people won't take it too personally. Alright, so here we go. We've got a 2.5 XP. I love to put these kind of stuff in. I could put them in, but it feels a waste. So, again, it gives you a lot more experience, boosts the gear up a lot quicker. You don't always have space to do it, which is the biggest problem, so... Right, so I've killed that Wendigo. I'm still at level 4. Really do at level 5. See if we can get some of this. What you've got to be, and what I've messed up doing a few times, is your abilities are timed. So if I hit Mighty twice, that's already queued up an ability. So if you do spam, be careful of how many times you do, because as you've seen there, I've spammed the E a few times and it kept on going, and I overcharged myself where I could have just hit my Q in there and I wasn't paying attention. Fair enough, it was mobs, it's early game, so it isn't as much of an issue, but bear it in mind. There's another mob. There we go. Now where did... I remember where some cameras were. There we go. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, we got a zombie. There we go. Explosives. Boom. There we go. I do love that effect. I do love chaos. That's why I've got... I started off with Fury, which is fun to begin with my like vampire character, but I kind of fell out with it because I like the chaos so much. For me, I think Fury's good, mainly as a primary ability, and that's about it, because you need a lot of slots for it. With something like Chaos, it isn't essential. It probably pays off to have more slots, because then you get more of them effects at regular intervals. But I suppose that'd be much more beneficial for a support-ish type character, in my opinion, like a tank or something like that, or somebody that's gonna control the battlefield, which, as I say, normally is a tank, and then you've got your damage abilities that can hit like the high range there and keep there, whereas there's no like major boosts other than ability boosts for your chaos energy. So that's the way I sees it. I might be right, I might be wrong. Does that look like a camera up there? There's definitely ladders here. Definitely another phone book there as well. Is there a camera up here? Feels like there should be a camera up here. Was that a camera there? Is that a camera there? I just jumped off for no reason. I thought I saw some. Oh, it's probably just a lamppost. God damn it. Who's this guy? Ethan Gunflame Ryland. Level 12. We'll get there soon, guys. We'll get there soon. Ah, there it is. I knew it was around here somewhere. Wait, jump the flag. Entering the museum basement. Yes, I do.
I think you should go away. You should go away now. You need to go away because I'm not feeling very stable right now.
Here we go. We have a few of these mazes and things about. They're not generally too hard. As I say, a lot of this game's progressive. Oh crap! Forgot about the camera. There we go. There's my first death. God damn it! I should have went out of the room. So welcome to my first death. Right. Okay. I didn't notice the camera. Obviously, there's a camera there. It's permanently on, and I wasn't paying attention to it, and I got destroyed. Some cameras move, some cameras stay in place. That one obviously doesn't move. So that was kind of embarrassing. More so because I've been through this before. So what am I doing now? What? Did I just go around and do the... Oh my god. What are you doing, Westy? What are you doing? Right. Flick the switch. Now I've done it. Nothing there. Right. This is the moving one. Damn it, I wish I could get up there. Right, so that's looking over there. I'm hoping to do this side here. And it's going to go left. That's going to go far right. Hit the middle again. This time I'm going to hit the bottom first. There we go. Trap deactivation. That deactivated it. There we go. And he's dead. Right, cameras. Now we're going to make up our own little voyeurism. Just so I'm cutting at a block, I'll probably end the stream after this mission. So I've got a clean blank slate to come in. And I think we're a bit further away up and to take on Susie. But I'm pretty sure Susie will get what's coming to her in a bit. Let's have some fun. Alright, are we ready for this? There we go. Oh wow, I didn't get them all. I like how I put it up there with a ladder or anything. That's kind of a bit more, except it's still nearly twice my height. Hit X to start sprinting again. Oh, there's a zombie. Cheerio. There we go. Well, if I'm gonna fight a horde of zombies, I might as well fight two. There we go. And the last camera. Let's connect up the network.
Now you are a sight for sore eyes.
Okay. One. Initialize camera system. that's something again I have forgot to mention. As regards to your weapons, before I go, I'm level 6 now, so we can take on that bitch. Your skills go up here, obviously, as you use your abilities. You get more and more information, and obviously the higher level, the stronger you are with that. So the more you use them, the higher you are, the more damage you do, etc, etc. Over here we'll just level up a few abilities. What we got here? This unlocks Paradox because that's quite a good one. So Elementalism, we'll get Cryoblast, we'll get that on there as well. Active abilities, we'll get Molyneux, which has power of mystical hammer to delete that lightning box at your target. Increases my heat level quite a bit. So that'll be my 3 skill, my speed will be my 4 skill. Alright. Thanks guys, I will see you soon. I'm gonna take about half an hour to an hour break, and then I'll be back on streaming the same content. Okay, thanks for watching.